You're listening to the Fantasy Fluffers with Parker and Dex.
What do you think about moving to small ices, dude? I already know your answer.
Come to Daddy Dex. I'll do it.
Hello.
A big ice, because we're doing big ices every week, boys. I ain't no bitch. Let's go. Big ices only.
Hell no, bitch. Who? 22. Irrelevant.
Gentlemen and ladies, the few out there, it is almost time. And I will say, I am more nervous than ever. By the way, this is the Fantasy Fluffers, your favorite fantasy podcast. I'm Dex. That's Parker. How are we doing, buddy?
Doing fantastic, brother.
So last week, we didn't have a podcast. We figured we'd skip a week, / it just didn't work out.
It was very intentional that we didn't podcast last week. Certainly.
And we now have, once this is out, essentially 8 days until we will be in Chicago, where we will be making things happen and not treating the taco like shit.
Speaking of which, I just went to go to the Slack to look at something I got sent to me for the mailbag, and there's new messages in your punishment chat.
How? So here, all right,
It's a good one too.
All right,
it's a really good one, Brad. That's a good recommendation.
No! Brad, you're on Team Dex. It's me and you against the world. Jesus. I will say, one thing that I am scared of, and I wanted to bring up, is I feel like, don't make that fucking face when you read Slack. Dude, that I can't see.
Fuck every other recommendation. This is the one.
Oh.
Brad, you killed it.
I'm scared we're going to kill it. We're going to kill the taco. Like, you guys,
well, yeah,
we've hit the peak. Yeah.
We're trying to kill the taco.
Of course. But, like, you guys are giving it all. Like, after this, it'll be done. Like, we will never it'll never be as good as it's going to be this year.
Well, that's up to you. That's that should be your holy retribution is the next taco.
You guys will not let me. I get. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, if you're the taco again, yeah, we're probably going to have another taco. It's going to be just as bad.
So let's say, not me. Don't choose me because that's not fun. Who do you want to be the taco the most next year?
And no, not Andrew.
He already was.
Yeah, I know.
He got too shit-faced. Couldn't even go out.
He was okay.
Pussy.
Who do I want to be the taco? I think Dustin would be a pretty good taco.
I personally want either Daniel or Paul.
I don't want Daniel.
Do you in a perfect world, they would come in dead last tied, and we would just make them scissor the whole
both
trip.
taco?
Yeah.
They'd have to scissor.
It'd be
pretty good punishment.
a
Scissor
cheesy
Daniel.
gordita crunch.
Cheesy gordita.
Literally,
crunch.
where it's the taco with the little flauta wrapped around it.
You say the flauta?
Yeah.
Is that a real word?
Well, it's not. I used it incorrect. It is, but it's actually deep fried, like a chimney, whatever.
Oh yeah, the flauta.
Brown people. Oh, by the way, we're going to a steakhouse in Chicago.
Is that so?
Gibson's.
Which steakhouse is it, Dex?
Gibson's.
What's the significance of Gibson's?
Gibson's is the steakhouse that the TV show The League, the fantasy football TV show that was on FX for I don't know how many years, a certain amount of time. That's the steakhouse they always went and ate at. You two fucking animals.
I'm pretty excited for that.
Me too.
Good.
I think it'll be cool. I have been told by someone who's from Chicago, it's nowhere near the same as it doesn't look like it, but it's still cool. A lot of people still go there.
Whatever. If we're going to eat somewhere, it might as well be something like that. And you can tell people about it.
Okay.
Brad will love that. Just do things you can tell people about. So we got a mailbag request that you pronounce some player names.
So the problem is I have to read them. You have to show me them. If you'd say it, then
I'm going to send it to you in Slack right now. Do you have that pulled up?
Slack.
The first one's a soft pitch. These are all from Paul, by the way. I asked him to send me a bunch of player names, and we're going to start off with that one.
So the significance for our listeners not in the league is we have a thing that we like to call, or I have a thing that the league likes to call, Dexlexia. My brain don't work good, coach. So sometimes when I try to say things, it only comes out half or not at all.
Or backwards.
Or backwards a lot. That actually happens a lot. I'll die young, whatever. But
fine.
So I'm going to be saying players' names that some people in our league have deemed more difficult So
All right,
first one's
give it a shot. Stop stalling. Say this name.
Tyreek Cohen.
Tyreek. I think it's Tarek.
No, it's Tyreek.
Tyreek?
You're
I don't think it's
100%.
Tyreek.
It's Tyreek Cohen.
All right, we'll have to wait for the correction
Tarek?
episode to come through.
Tarek is not it. It's Tyreek Cohen. He plays for the Bears.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think you're right. All right, we're gonna give you
boy.
number 2.
It's Darius Juice. The problem is, Paul, you said this to Parker and he doesn't know either.
No, it's definitely Geis. I listen to podcasts. I listen
Is
to.
it Geis? It's
I think
not
it's Geis.
Juice?
It's Geis. It's not Darius Juice.
I don't.
But I hope
Juice
you.
sounds way better.
I hope you draft-
He needs to change that, right? Meow.
I hope you draft Darius
Bro,
Juice.
I have actually drafted him in my drafts. He plays for the Redskins.
All right.
At least so I know that.
This one's a little bit easier. I think you know this one.
Quincy Enunwa. And he plays for the Falcons.
Anunwa. Yeah, you did that one pretty well.
Yeah, no
This
shit.
one's gonna be a little bit harder because I don't know this one.
Yeah, well, Mersol Hardman?
It's Nicole Hardman.
Are you sure it's not Mersol?
No, I have no fucking clue.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I've never heard of
Dude,
this guy.
Paul knows about
Bro,
some weird players,
He
man.
has to be a wide receiver, though. Right? Like, that's a wide receiver name.
Nicole, I'm gonna look it up.
Mike Wazowski. It's Mike Jasewski. That's a kicker. No way it's not a
Jasewski?
kicker.
Nicole Hardman is indeed a wide receiver, by
Told
the way.
you, got that shit on lock.
And the man you said was a kicker, Mike
Jasewski.
Jetski is a.
Jetski.
You said he's a
Kicker.
kicker. He's a tight end.
Whoa, what team? Bears?
I saw pictures of the Dolphins to see
Okay.
if he's still on there. Yeah, I think so.
Paul's on depth chart number 4 for each position.
Paul knows the fucking practice team players
Yeah.
on every team.
Yep.
All right, this one's gonna be a good one. This one's gonna be a real good one.
Oh, he's a running back. Kaimi Fairbairn.
Kaimi Farbarn.
What? You went from
Farbarn.
African tribe to Mississippi
Yeah,
rancher.
they made his first name Hawaiian and his second name was from Minnesota. Kaimi Firebarn. All right, how about this one?
Fuck. Giorgio Tabagici.
What position do you think he is?
Tight end.
Giorgio
Or long snapper.
Tavicchio. He's a he's a place kicker.
Oh, I said long snapper. Close.
That's close. The fact you even went that way was very impressive. The fact that Paul even fucking knows this guy is mind blowing. He must have Googled the hardest names in football to pronounce 2019.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, last one.
Kyle. This looks like a hockey player named one. This guy is not in the NFL. He plays hockey for Montreal. But this is Kyle. Yeah, no fucking clue. I can't even say Paul's last name.
Is it Czech? I don't know.
Kyle.
Kyle Jizchek. He's a fullback for the 49ers right now.
Where did my message with fucking Dustin go?
Dude,
So real quick, I'm going to tell you what's going on. This is what I did today because I have a $250 bet with Miller that Dustin will be in the top 5. So I'm like, Dustin doesn't have his hero Dylan that we've talked about before sitting in a side. And I was like, I need to make sure Dustin's on his A game. So tell me if you think this is fair. I told Dustin I will trade you my first round pick for your second and third round pick.
First for second and third? You'd give away your first for his second and third. You would be winning in that trade.
Yes, I would be winning a lot because the drop off at 4th and 5th, yes, he might end up with David Johnson and Michael Thomas, which is great, but then everything else is garbage. Second and third picks, there are still top tier players that we don't know. And
to have 2 second and 2 third round picks is insane.
I would have 2 second, 2 third.
Yeah.
And so I agree I won. And he's like, can I decide later? No, Dustin, I need you to be good. I'm trying to make sure you're on your A game. I didn't actually want you to accept this because I need
This was a test.
Yes, it's a test.
And you failed.
And you failed horribly, Dustin. Jesus, help me help you, buddy.
All without Dylan. This is all. Yeah, we need to put Dustin in the hot seat a few times during the draft because he doesn't have Dylan's help to handhold him. The draft is the only time that Dustin is not specifically handheld by an unnamed unfaced figure named Dylan.
For real.
Unfaced, a shrouded figure. Does that make sense?
Cool. So I try to announce things now. You ready?
Yeah, I'm
Or
ready.
are we still mailbag time?
Let me see. Let me check the mailbag.
We
Can you
also need to come up any ideas for a song or something like how Bill Nye the Science Guy had his like intro. We need a mailbag, like something to go out. I think that'd be cool.
There's two more decent mailbag options that I like just off the top of my head. Predict what your punishments are.
Wait. Oh, what do I think my punishments are?
Yeah.
I think you guys will each take turns circle jerking me.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you can make it through that.
Yeah. See how long I last. And if I last the whole time, then I get to choose the order of the draft.
How long do you think you would last if we were to like we would have like a 2-minute powwow over strategy, but then we'd jerk you off.
Well, first off, what would your strategy be? Because I already know, no offense, Parker should go last because he lifts the most. So he's got those callus on his fucking hands.
Go last?
And Daniel's got those baby soft hands. So he'll make me nut real quick.
Well, I was thinking Daniel would be the ass eater.
Ooh,
For
okay.
sure.
Oh yeah. If you guys want me to come, done. We don't even have to talk about this anymore.
We'd put Daniel
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
ass. We would. Who'd be the best at jerking you
Paul's
off?
hands are too bony.
Do you think Dustin's good at jerking dudes
He's
off?
got little hands, so it'll make my dick feel bigger. So I'm down with that.
Yeah, so that'd probably get you going. And then we'd probably have Paul just like in slow motion on like a large TV screen,
gonna
just
say,
trade you all of his draft
Put
picks.
Mike in a wig and have him just stare at me, and we're at golden.
Yeah,
it's
that'd be
practically
perfect.
porn.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, you got
off
one.
the top of my head, that'd be what we would do. I don't. What would anyone else do? Charlie would just take your phone and like message girls on Tinder for you.
I don't have Tinder, but cool. I'm down.
Whatever the kids use these days.
With that. Yeah, I don't use social media apps at the moment.
Smart play.
But,
getting out of that.
How would I not nut?
How would you like? What would you do to not nut? What
I
would you
nut.
think about? You think about being the taco?
I would think about that I go soft as no, that would be good. I would also think about Dustin having sex. That would get me real soft. So that one would work well. That'd probably do it for me.
Probably was thinking about we would put Dustin in the closet.
Yeah, for
Dustin
sure.
would be in the closet with a bag over his head.
Yeah.
Both.
Oh, that's funny. I would think about all the time. Never mind. Let's not go down that road.
We'd probably have Brad just cheer you on.
Oh God, I would come
Like,
real quick. I could just
enthusiastically?
see Brad, and it would be Brad. Brad knows what I'm doing right now, but he would just be smiling with his thumbs up, like yeah,
You can do it, buddy.
and then it'd be over.
It'd be
I'm
done.
not winning that bet, by the way. You guys won.
How long do you think you would last?
If if my ass is getting eaten, like less than a minute, I'd
Ooh.
say minute 15. Minute
We
15.
haven't assigned a ball liquor.
Oh, I don't see. It depends because like sometimes you get your balls licked and it's good, but majority of the time it's not. It's like they're more sensitive than I think women know. So like they don't if they hit them too rough, or at least mine. That I don't know.
Hit
other
them,
guys.
hit them too rough with their tongue.
Yeah, well, like they get in there, their face. There's a lot of movement going around. Sometimes things are hitting what they shouldn't.
Dude, I need my balls smashed by as much face as humanly possible.
Nice. You should make like a memoir or something. You should teach girls. Hold a class.
Teach girls?
Yeah, hold a class. Be like, this is how it's done.
This is how you lick my balls.
You know how like they have the balls that hang from trucks?
Yeah.
We'll get those. You can show them. And see, this is what you're supposed to do, ladies.
That's
To be
right.
fair, it's hard. It's like I still
It's
don't
hard.
know. I still don't know how to eat a girl out. I'm still trying to learn. So like I can't really judge them.
Fair enough. Okay. Is there anybody else we missed? What does Mike do during the...
He's in the wig.
That's right, the wig. Gabe? What's Gabe doing?
Gabe's probably nibbling on my ear. I feel like he's a soft nibbler.
You like the ear nibbles.
Yeah, it'll get me going.
No,
Yeah.
everyone likes the ear
Maybe
nibbles.
a little nipple play,
A little bit.
We'll see
Ooh.
what's going on.
All right, we're gonna talk about the
Now
last
that's a sex with Parker and Dex.
sex with PJ and Dex. I like it. That's gonna be a real segment one
Yeah,
day.
we'll bring that up. We'll teach you guys.
We'll teach
or
everyone.
I'll tell you what I don't know. Same difference.
Yeah, and I'll help. All right, we're gonna talk about every active bet in the league right now.
Wait. What are you looking
This is the last mailbag item.
Oh,
We're still on mailbag.
So you're not looking at Google
No,
Doc.
we're stretching this
So
episode
that
out.
that's like, all right, here, I already have it all written down in our Google
What,
Doc.
all the
that
bets?
Yes.
I have them all right here using the handy dandy app that I built.
Okay, I know, but all right.
So
Go.
I'll pitch them to you. Andrew bets you $250 that Dustin ends the season in 6th to 10th place at the end of the season. So I'm assuming that Andrew is asserting that Dustin will fail.
Yeah,
Right?
and that was because he's like, Dustin only does good because of Dylan, and now Dustin lives in Houston and no longer sitting on Dylan's dick, which I disagree because Dustin, I have faith in you.
Because Dylan has a huge dick and he can be sitting on it anywhere.
Nice. I don't know that, but hopefully. But also, Dustin, even with Dylan, he is notorious known for drafting a kicker in the 6th round, which drives me fucking insane.
We'll get to that a little bit later.
Okay, well then we're not going to talk too much more about it then.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So
So
Dustin,
I think you're getting fucked in this, by the way.
I am.
Not only are you just I mean, you did get the advantage on if he places 5th, middle of the league.
It's literally 50-50.
Oh, wait a second. No, you're winning. Andrew's getting fucked.
Yes.
It's not 50-50. 6
Yeah.
through 10 is 4 places. There's
6,
6
7,
places.
8, 9, 10. You dumb fuck. Jesus Christ.
All right. Sorry, I put on my Dex hat for a minute here.
Hey, we all do it. Don't worry. Math
Everyone's-
is hard. Math is hard.
Everyone's got a Dex hat in their closet.
So what does that even mean? That's good, right?
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
You bet me $20 that Gronk will play at least one snap in
I
at
am
least 2 games at any time this
Losing
season.
that bet.
Yeah, you're losing that bet.
Unless the Patriots pay him a lot to come back for the playoffs.
It's not gonna happen.
Only way.
not
But
gonna
he
happen.
is skinny as fuck
He's
right
not
now.
ready. He's not
he
ready.
is on that cocaine and vodka diet, just partying his life away. Actually, I don't think he's doing that.
I don't think so. He's
but,
doing like fitness classes.
He
in
is
the parks.
super skinny though.
Yeah.
Which is like the craziest thing is to see these like top tier athletes in the world and then they leave their sport and you're like, holy fuck, how many calories were you forcing down your stomach
A
each
lot.
day? Yeah. 4,000?
At least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Gronk especially.
Yeah, for
Poor
for
guy.
G's.
It must suck to just eat whatever you want.
Yeah, so that's a free 20. Let's see. Mike bets me. I'm the underdog here. $40. So this is the only bet, by the way, that wasn't a flat amount
Odds,
for each
odds.
side. Yeah, we played odds. So I'm the underdog here. $40 to $20. That Mahomes will have a regular season.
Mahomes?
I said Mahomes.
It's Mahomes.
It's my homies.
Whatever.
We'll have a regular season fantasy, or we'll have more regular season fantasy points than Baker Mayfield.
Baker, touchdown maker. I agree with Mike, but we're both wrong.
Do you want to explain that a little bit?
I am what you would call a stan. So for those of you who don't know what a stan is, one of the top tier rappers in the game came out with a song called Stan, and it was Eminem, and it was about having like over the top fans who go too far. And so now when you stan someone, that means you're
a stan
you're
for
bigger than a fan.
Yeah.
And I stan Baker because he is the truth. But Patrick Mahomes is fucking God.
Well, I think I said that Mayfield will have more points than Mahomes. Yeah, because I'm the dog, and Mahomes goes way
Mike
higher
bets
ADP.
Parker that Mahomes will have more regular season. Oh wait.
Yeah, so
I'm so confused.
I'm on the Baker side.
Are you sure? Because Mike was telling me he's on the Baker side as well.
He is now, but
No,
I wouldn't be the underdog.
we're so bad at writing these bets and this.
We need to make a format.
No,
for
it's
sure.
because we're always drunk. It's drunk when we do this and we write it.
I
Like,
wasn't drunk. I tried to make it as clear as possible. Even put underdog
you
next to my
don't
name.
even know if you're 100% correct
I'm
right
positive because I was a Mayfield stan this whole fucking time.
Are you?
Yes.
now. Fuck.
Before he chugged the beer at the baseball game, I was a fucking Mayfield
Bro,
stan.
I was a Mayfield stan when he was at Oklahoma
That's fair. Yeah.
because he fucking took that flag. Oh, God.
Then make a bet with someone, pussy.
No, I have more than anyone. I need to stop. Mike told me, he's like, Dex, you gotta stop. You don't even have a fucking job right now. I was like, I know, I gotta win the money back. That's how it works, right?
All right,
forgot- all
we'll
right.
settle this one. Let's go to the next one. Gabe finishes ahead of you for $100.
Yeah, Gabe.
You should have gotten. I don't know. I mean, you are the taco. It's up in the air.
What do you mean it's up in the air?
It's up in the air.
Gabe doesn't even know what. Gabe still thinks this football is soccer. He doesn't realize we're in America. He's like talking about Real Madrid the other day. And I was like, I'll be fine. He's like, oh, I'm going to get Neymar in the third. Calm down. First off, Neymar would go in the first, you dumb fuck. But this is football. Americano, mijita.
So the very last one, Andrew bets me, which is Charlie, by the way, and I only know that because he said someone talked about it today.
There's one more, by the way, that it's not on your list, but we'll go over that.
Try to say your names when you make the bets, by the way. Andrew bets Charlie $50 that Charlie won't be top 3 again this year. 4-1 if Charlie gets first place, so Charlie wins $200. 1-2 if Charlie gets last place, $100. Very confusing bet.
No, it's
It does make sense, but
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
like you got to think about it, and I consider that confusing personally.
nice thinking. It's hard. I don't blame you. Yeah.
is hard. It's not
Anytime where I have to take a pause and to think about it, I agree. Yeah.
This bet's so confusing. I can't even tell you if it's a good or bad bet for anyone because there's so many different tiers.
There's odds. No, I think it's actually perfect.
I think it's a great
They
bet 'cause
did it
there's
as
odds.
fair as this league will ever
I
do.
immediately changed my opinion to yours because I'm not going to spend time thinking about
I
it.
will never in my life have odds that good.
That's true. That's
I was
very
like-
fucking true.
I was like, once the plan B didn't work, it was all downhill from there for me. So we'll figure it out. Now, here's the bet that Parker forgot, which is the always bet. So week 1, Paul versus Dex,
That's right.
$100. Also, very big on the line, loser has to let the winner choose their lineup for week 2.
Which benefits me or Gabe.
Yes. So I play Parker week 2, and Paul plays Gabe week 2.
And for the thousands out there, that's the listeners not in our league. I'm going to call you the thousands now because there's many of you. For the thousands, you know what? I was so hyped about explaining the thousands, I forgot what the fuck I was going to say.
The thousands out there, yeah, I don't know what you're going to say either. Just that, hey, we have a bet where if I win, I get to choose Paul's lineup.
Oh, I was going to say that this happened before the schedules came out.
Oh, yeah. So everyone knew Paul and Dex play each other. So, like, we have a rivalry. It's great. I have never won week 1 against Paul, and I think we're 6 years in doing this every year, and I've played him, and I've never won. But, yeah, so there's
One of these
that.
years it'll happen.
Yeah, the odds eventually. I guess it's like flipping a coin.
Have you ever considered changing your draft strategy because of this bet? Because
Hold on.
it's
We're not going to
automatically-
go down there. We're going to go there. But so first, I want to talk about when I do beat Paul because like the problem is Paul's team's going to be so fucking shit. I'm going to have the problem of like I don't know who to start. Like who's going to be the worst on your bench or your starters? It's going to be a coin flip for me.
That's yeah. Well, I guess we can move on from the mailbag now.
Also, what do you mean did I change my draft strategy because of this?
I don't know. Do you like prioritize week 1 play matchups at all or anything? Like, have you considered doing that?
Never.
Not even like reaching for a
Bro,
defense for week 1.
I am long term, baby.
That's why
That's
you lose
I'm in
every.
the spot. First off, there's the year we don't talk about that wasn't written down that I will never
All right,
let you
we're
guys
moving
forget.
on. We're
Yeah,
moving
that's what
on.
I fucking thought.
We're gonna talk about last season's draft now, and some anomalies that we noticed. So you have it pulled up because we actually plugged in a sleeper this year. Do you remember how every year before this one we just had to like randomly put players in on ESPN and like the whole like the history of it was just lost because ESPN sucked at like the exact draft order strategy.
Where's that?
Dex is asking for technical help from our technical help.
Oh, draft results.
There we go.
All right, so we're looking.
And you can click the little arrow down to like show more.
I got you, mijita.
So let's look at let's just go over the first round, talk about what happened.
So fuck, which is actually makes me feel worse. Paul took David Johnson 1.
And Daniel took Gurley 2.
And then there's fucking Parker with Le'Veon Bell.
You know how hyped I was that he dropped to me at 3? I was so hyped. And then, of course, Charlie, the league champ, took Zeke. Gabe took Kamara. Who I'm sure he was hyped that Kamara dropped to him too. Well, Kamara was actually like, I remember on the ADP, he was lower. He was not top 5 pick that year.
Yeah.
And Gabe was saying before the draft that he was way high on Kamara and he fucking loved that pick and he would take him 1 if needed.
It worked out.
Yeah. Did go.
And of course, fucking
Fucking Brad took ODB.
Yeah.
Oh, OBJ. You know how much I do that, by the way? I
Yeah,
call him
all
ODB.
the time. All the time.
It's very
What does
embarrassing.
ODB even fucking mean?
Old dirty bastard.
Odell.
Old dirty
Odell.
bastard, the rapper.
Yeah, I know, but you're thinking Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham. Yeah, that's it. That makes sense too.
I hate
Those
you.
two like wires cross my head, and I get it wrong every time.
Dustin took Antonio Brown. Mike with Julio Jones, one of the top tier wide receivers who had like the least amount of touchdowns.
Yeah, he
Like,
did that the year before too.
That guy literally had a 20-plus point game without a touchdown. It was all yards and catches.
He did that last year to me too when I
And
had
then
him.
your boy Dex, Melvin Gordon at number 9. Can't go wrong, even though he's not fucking signed and he got injured.
And then Andrew with DeAndre Hopkins. Honestly, let's talk about this. The only flub in the first round that year was me with Le'Veon Bell. Everything else worked out, right?
Le'Veon Bell worked out for you in the
Like,
long run.
how often is that everyone in the first round works out? Previous year, David Johnson fell off, obviously.
Yeah, injured. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins. And then you come around the other side, fucking Miller with Saquon Barkley, and I was like, I can't believe Miller drafted him.
Yeah. And honestly, the fact that Christian McCaffrey went all the way back to Charlie at 2-7.
Right? Like that. What I'm looking at this is like, who would I have rather have had than Leonard Fournette, who got injured a lot? Oh, Christian McCaffrey. I wish I would have drafted Christian McCaffrey in week 1 or round 1.
Yeah.
He's literally now a lot of people top 3 in this year's draft.
He's my one. I like him a lot.
Yeah. It's because especially now that we're half point for first down.
Yeah.
The kid's an animal. He's the only player right now who is a running back that's also a wide receiver. He's going to be playing in the slot a lot.
Yeah.
And did you see pictures of him? He got fucking yoked in the offseason.
I did not see pictures.
I'm
of
not
him.
gay, but I might be gay now.
For Christian McCaffrey?
Damn.
CMC or
Do you know where Christian McCaffrey's dad played football for?
I do not.
Think about it, because I'm asking you, and I like him.
I don't know.
The Denver fucking
Oh,
Broncos.
okay. I didn't think about it, by the way.
I know.
Spoilers. Saquon or CMC in your bedroom tonight?
In my CMC. And it literally also, it should be noted, this is not Saquon, better talent, better player.
Super fucking
Giants
racist, dude.
fucking suck. I don't trust them. I will say their rookie quarterback has been lighting up
looks
in
good.
preseason.
He looks
He's
good.
making good throws. He's like Eli Manning with an arm, essentially. So, like, I'm not taking the thing, but again, that's also David Johnson to me. David Johnson's top tier. Fuck that O-line. They might have the worst O-line in the NFL still.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they still do. Let's look for other anomalies in this draft, particularly Rob Gronkowski taken 3-8 by Mike.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce 4-2.
That was huge just because he had a great fucking year. Greg Olson in the 6th.
Juju went 5-8 last year. Let's see what else.
That one to me.
Aaron Rodgers, first quarterback off the board at 4-4 by Dustin.
Yeah, that's not an anomaly. That's not crazy. Kicker. The first kicker was actually taken by fucking Gabe in 10.
Wow. Justin Tucker. And then Dustin drafted the first defense at 9-7. What else? Undrafted, right? And we draft like the week before football starts. Undrafted was obviously James Conner. Shocker.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, undrafted. Yeah, good point.
You drafted Marshawn Lynch.
I did. And I traded him for to Miller for what did we trade for, Miller? I got the
Miller doesn't know.
I got
You're asking
the
Miller.
Browns wide.
Le'Veon Bell.
No, you didn't. You
I got
dumb
Marshawn
fuck.
Lynch.
No,
Yes.
I traded Marshawn to you for the Browns wide receiver,
This is
Jarvis
what I'm
Landry.
dealing with, guys.
And neither player panned out that good.
Yeah, Jarvis Landry was a pretty big bust.
Yeah, he really was. I thought it was good. I mean, Marshawn got hurt 2 weeks
A
later.
big one was Dustin getting, or Brad getting Nick Chubb in the fucking 12th round.
Yeah, so how did Brad come back from his like second round injury or whatever it was?
Well, Jerick McKinnon. Well, he also picked up Philip Lindsay after week 1.
Lamar Miller, Tevin Coleman, Nick Chubb. That was his non-Jerick McKinnon draft.
He was starting Nick Chubb and Philip Lindsay, which is big
yeah, not a bad life
because he
honestly.
picked up Philip Lindsay in week 1 or 2.
Yeah, not
And
bad.
which blows my mind because right now ADP has Philip Lindsay. Where the fuck are you, Mahita? Look at this. They have him so fucking low, and I don't understand why. Also, super big biasy. He is 4.11.
4-1-1 right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's so they have
Such a jump from undrafted.
Yeah. Am I in a 12-man ADP? Is that why? I am. That's why.
That would explain it.
I was like 4-1-1. That doesn't make sense.
Any more anomalies to pick off before we move on?
No, I'm overlooking at last year. I don't live in the past, gentlemen. I'm all about the future. I don't even know why we talk about the past.
All right, we're gonna move on to next gen stats.
Hashtag.
This is the hashtag next gen stats. Oh wait, Parker's fun fact
There
time.
you go.
Hashtag next gen stats.
Ba,
There
ba,
we go.
ba,
I
bum.
just need to practice. This is honestly the latest timestamp we've ever started. Next
Yeah,
Gen
I don't know
Stats.
why.
Feels weird.
You put mailbag in first, and then we jumped around to that.
I just put it in second.
It's got to be numero uno because nothing gets Daddy Dex. Nothing gives me them glass cutters more than hearing your next gen stats.
That's right. This is the lubrication for the entire
Nice.
episode.
Yes, and before that was all foreplay. Now we're nice and wet.
If you were to pick, so I have the numbers for the top 5 players who did this, and these players were the highest percentage of their team's entire touches counted for in 2018. So
I don't know what you're asking.
yeah. So let's rephrase
Okay.
this for you in the thousands. Out of the team's touches, so think of like the touches that are distributed among all their players, right? Which teams had the highest percent of their touches attributed to one player?
Uno player. That's good.
And honestly, like if you
So
want
the
a little
Giants-
advice, think about like ADP right now and like
the
who's.
Giants. Are you not gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong when I say these?
I'll tell you.
So I'm wrong.
No, wait. You just said the Giants. No, well, you have to guess the player.
Oh, Saquon.
Yeah, so Saquon's on there. He's number 3, 47.8% of their
Okay.
entire touches.
So Saquon, CMC.
CMC is on there, number 4, 41%.
Okay. Alvin Kamara.
No, not on there.
What about?
He lost a lot of his touches when
guess-
Ingram came back.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think Ingram's going to be good in Baltimore. I think.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
so
that's
too.
especially with Lamar being a running quarterback. But let's
Yeah.
not get off track. No. Yeah, I don't fucking know. I
You
gave
don't
you
fucking
two.
know. David Johnson's number 1,
Really?
48%.
And they still sucked.
Yeah.
I remember when they played the Broncos.
Well,
How embarrassing that.
All
game
of his
was.
play calling was shit too. Like no screens. It was all just runs up the gut. It was,
Well, they also their O line was so bad you couldn't do anything. It was
what week did they fire that coach at too?
I
Like
think 5.
5. Yeah, it was fast. You already got Zeke's number 2, 47%.
I keep forgetting because he's not in my head Zeke is not
Zeke's
in the
dead to
NFL
you?
right now because and to be fair, if Zeke was signed right now, I would probably have him 2 or 3. It'd probably
Yeah.
go CMC, Zeke, or Kamara.
He's good.
It's a mixture between them.
You already guessed Christian. The last one is Joe Mixon, number 5, 40%.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Surprising, right?
I think it's because I just hate the Bengals. They're so average. They're Parker Johnson. You guys are one.
Do you know how many years I've had the Red Rocket on my team too as my streaming quarterback?
You pick them up every year?
Every year I touch him at least a little bit, yeah.
Phrasing, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out to this Twitter comment by Jimmy. Said, not as many centers as I would have guessed on this list. Made me chuckle. Had to give him the call out.
Do you get it? Do you guys get it?
It's
because the fucking center touches the ball every play.
Thanks for explaining.
Hey,
All right. So Dex has got to go piss.
talk about. So we did this, but we didn't do this. Parker's gonna explain what rules changed for your guys' favorite league, top tier league. Also, you know what? After you do this, maybe you'll have me read the beginning and the end of our Constitution.
Oh, okay. It's a good idea. Alrighty. So we're going to go over the rules that passed, which is funny because in the podcast that never got released, we said we would never talk about the rules again. We fucking lied. Let's see. Taco takes an ice each Sunday. 6 yes, 3 no. That's in. It's going to suck for whoever's taco next. Here's the real thing about this. Dex is not affected by ice anymore. This is why he voted yes for this, is because he doesn't give a fuck and he would rather doom the next person more. So I was one of the 3 no's. Y'all Y'all done played yourselves, as a wise man once said. Let's see. 2 matchups a week. No, it's a no. It's a no. Trading draft picks is a yes. I think this is a huge fucking change. This is actually going to be like this. I would put a wager down right now that whoever a great trade will influence the results of this year greatly. And that's I guess that's not really like that drastic of a thing to say, but I think that's it's going to be such a big influence. My defensive change, 8 yes, 1 no, despite
No one knowing what your defense's change actually
I mean, we have the
is.
general idea. Like, we all said that we'll no yards against linear.
Wait.
Yeah, we said that. This was a part of the package. And then linear points lost per touchdown.
All right, come up with it right or this weekend? No.
No, I'll tell you right now. No yards against.
Yes.
10 points defensive starting.
Well, we're co-commissioners on Sleeper. Just change it.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. And then let me say the rest. And then we're gonna do minus 0.5 points per point against, which unfortunately, by the way, happens for safeties too. But actually no, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it does. That's confusing. Never mind. Not gonna talk about that right now. And that's it.
We are going to have a lot of negative defenses.
I think it'll be pretty much the same, to be honest. I mean, there's already a lot of negative defenses.
Yeah, but
Only 10 get rostered, and people get fucked every week, right?
I think it'll be more difficult, but good. I guess that's good. You have to put in a little more thought. That's why I'll be taking the Broncos in the 3rd round.
For $100. $100 trade. IR spot got passed. Well done, league. Way to listen to sensibility. Defense initial points, 10. We already covered that. And then one of the biggest ones, honestly, is half point per first down. I'm surprised the league was so bullish on doing half point instead of like a quarter point. But this will be interesting.
You were very adamant. Well, so you voted for half point or a quarter point.
Yeah, I wanted quarter point the whole time.
And you wanted change. You want to see it.
I wanted to see. It seemed like fun, but half seems like a lot.
I was at 0. I didn't want it to change, but I didn't care. And I saw that the votes were at 5 for half point. And I was like, hey, at least half of the league wants half point. I don't actually care. And that's when I changed my vote to half point. I was like, if at least 5 guys want it and I don't actually care, I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, so you wanted to be right despite the fact that your vote wouldn't do
I
anything.
don't care if I'm right. Like, I care that if I'm fucking right or not. Do you know this? In my head, I'm always right. I have not been wrong once. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. All right. Parker, when you come back, can I have a lime? So, all right, guys. As noted in our Slack for our thousands, we decided it is time that we write a constitution for this league. So, your boy Dex was a little inebriated last night and was like, you know what I do best? I write. So I decided to write, and I'm gonna read the intro and the outro of our constitution that I wrote last night while under the influence. So far, our boy Daniel Masters gave a little editing, changed some words, made it better. Nothing too crazy, but it gave it that little flair you're always looking for. So I'm gonna read the first part and the end part because you guys don't really give a fuck about the middle. Wow. Great start. Yep, I got it. Don't worry. We the degenerates of the 10 Guys 1 Cup Fantasy League, in order to form a more perfect union, establish guidelines, ensure just cause of championshipness, provide common defense of basic bitch leagues, promote the godliness of one's true league, 10 Guys 1 Cup, and secure the blessing of the fantasy football gods who flourish in our tranquility. Do ordain and establish this constitution of the 10 Guys 1 Cup Fantasy Football League. Amen. That's the beginning, and here is the end. Forged in convention by the unanimous consent of the 10 Guys 1 Cup League, present on the 31st day of August in the year of our Lord Sparky, 2019, and of the regulated decisions herein declare ratification of the One True League to rule all leagues, to govern sovereignty over fantasy football, to guide the lost, lead the blind, and establish truth among the chosen. In witness whereof we have hereunto subscribe our names. Attest. And that's where we fucking sign, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you gonna print this on like a double cardstock?
They will find out.
They'll find out. All
I
right.
have a plan, and I think you all will enjoy it. There are so far 9 sections. I've actually written 3 of the sections, which whatever.
Andrew, are you noticing like an old timiness theme to a few things here in the league? Specifically things the decks wouldn't know about, as well as this constitution.
What the fuck does that? What do I
Do
wouldn't
you know what I'm
know
talking about? A little bit of.
He said no. They're whispering. What was that? I can't know.
No,
Maybe
of course not. It's your
that-
taco punishment. There's a bit
Oh.
of a theme to this year.
Theme-wise, I like that.
Yeah,
My,
there's a
I
theme
have
to this
I have
year.
a punishment.
You
I'm gonna change my punishment.
What do you mean? How many punishments do I have?
Yo, I actually thought of an idea, by the way.
For what? For another punishment?
Well, technically, yes.
Technically.
But it would be that like everyone just does like one punishment, and everyone
each person gets one punishment.
everyone is
Or-
responsible for deciding and providing one punishment to the taco every year. And so like there's a lot
So
of
no
people
voting.
There's a lot of people who's gonna phone it in. Well, there's not voting already. We just throw whatever we want at you, right? But that's what we're doing right now. But in the future, we could do something where everyone is
Steel
responsible
sharpens steel.
for thinking up and providing their own punishment. So you get like, you're going to have some weak ones, like Mike's going to be like, I'm going to buy you a shitty shot. And it's going to be super boring because Mike's not creative and he doesn't care that much.
Hey, Mike, you're very creative. Don't let them take that away from you. I appreciate you.
But I think that'd be good. So you just like, you'd have to worry. Not only would you be sitting in
Worry.
bed awake at night thinking about what your punishments are, but you'd have to think about what each person would pick for you.
You guys think I'm worried about you fucks? Literally, you dumb fucks. If you need me in there, all I'm worried about is how bad these punishments are gonna be. You think I'm scared of you guys that I think about at night what you're gonna do to me? You can't fucking hurt me. Fucking steal, baby. If that's what you guys don't get. I have such little faith in you guys that I don't get you. Whatever you do, Daddy Dex is ready. Let's fucking go, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And then once you see how I come through, the fucking flames just going, you're going to just be like, yeah, we fucked up. We should have asked Dex what we should have done. That's what you need. You need me. I'm the puppet master of this fucking league. You guys need me in every fucking part and making sure we're going the right direction. And unfortunately, for the first time, I'm not a part of it.
Dex, did you know that I did ask you what your punishment should be like 20 minutes ago and you said jerk you off?
Yeah, that would suck.
We would never ask you. We will never ask you what your punishment should be. But
Tell me that would be bad
that
for
is
all of us, to be fair.
that'd be punishment for everybody. But realistically,
First one
though,
done.
realistically, that's a decent idea, right? Like, because right now, like your punishments are being mostly fueled by like 3 or 4 people who really want to see you fucked up, right?
Can I guess those 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Paul. Am I right?
Did you develop a stutter? yeah, that was about 3 or 4.
Cool, nice.
All right, let's move on. Do you want to talk about ADP again, like of players? I don't really want to. Let's recap the highlights from last time. Chicago defense is ADP 100. What the fuck?
Hey, yo,
hey,
that's
Andrew Luck's
crazy.
pretty high, and Montgomery's pretty high too. Wow,
Nice.
that's the summary of the entire podcast. No one
I do
heard.
want to bring up Nick Chubb, ADP 110. Blows my fucking mind.
You're talking about round 1, pick 10
Yes, for those who don't know, ADP is average draft pick.
for the thousands,
The thousands.
the casuals out there listening to our podcast.
Our
regardless.
boys and girls.
Yeah, there's. I mean, honestly, so we were gonna talk about this a little bit. I don't know shit about Nick Chubb. Honestly, I didn't give a fuck about him. He was on Brad's team, right?
Yep, he went to Georgia. He was a fucking bulldog. They just churn out running backs like nonstop. And on a very talented Browns team, Parker for some reason has this like fascination with Kareem Hunt being on them. He's like, oh,
the Browns?
when Kareem Hunt comes back, it's over for your boys.
Are you just saying that because I drafted him in Dynasty?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a decent Dynasty pick.
Yeah, but you still have this idea that he's going to be so fucking good on
He'll
the
be fine.
Browns.
He's a talented player. And like drafting him at his redraft league draft price in a dynasty is totally fine by my, especially me starting off with like 4 wide receivers and that or whatever the fuck I did. The madness.
Cool. Well, that was our talk on ADP. To be fair, we did talk a lot more on the last podcast that wasn't released.
It wasn't that. It probably all changed anyways.
Yeah, we're literally.
Which reminds me, something I wanted to talk about. It's not on the schedule. I want to talk about mock drafting and like. So the reason I want to talk about this is because I don't give a fuck about mocks. I've never done. I mean, I know I don't have a great record. 5-5 forever, baby. But
Ever.
Or 500, not 5-5. There's not 10 games in a season.
I get what
yet.
you're saying. We
Yeah.
got you. We on the Parker
These
side.
cold snacks are kicking in, brother.
Yeah. We also did 2 shots.
Yeah, we did our draft prep.
Jameson.
Of Jameson, of course. But yeah, I don't like so my theory is that if I know the situations and I know a general idea of what my team can and should look like, I don't need to fucking draft that much. As long as I know like 2 players that I would like to take in every round, 2 to 3, and then who I would reach for in the next round if they're not there, right? Like,
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where you see someone who's intelligent and knows what they're doing. And there's like, you can't overthink the draft because we're not actual NFL teams. We're not choosing rookies. We're literally picking players who are already playing. We have a lot of facts on them. So what Parker's doing is he's like, I can't overthink it. He can't do what I'm doing. Where like I've done at least 2 mock drafts every day for like the last month. And so like my goal is like, when should I grab this guy here? When should I grab him there? My goal is I'm drafting rounds 1 through 4, thinking about who I'm going to be grabbing in 8 through 12, which is not dumb. To be fair, what I'm doing is not wrong.
Not at all.
The problem is that I'm overthinking it, and I know I'm overthinking it because I'm almost too prepared, where I'm thinking about too much, which is nice because I've actually, after last year, I've reined it back, and I have a new plan on how I'm going to do this, which will be good, I think. I think I will, a betting man like I am, I bet I will have the best draft this year.
of the league or of your life?
Of the league. Well,
Okay.
of the world.
Okay. Well, no one's surprised by you betting that.
Statues will be written about these. I don't even know what that doesn't make sense.
written.
Same difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I am like, to be honest, I am a little jealous of the other side. I wish I could mock draft more, but I can't get myself to do it. It's not fucking fun at all for me.
How many shits you take a day?
A lot.
Huh? All right. Let's say you do.
I work from home, brother.
Yeah. So every 1.5 shit you take, you do a mock draft.
1.5 shits.
Yeah.
I could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
I did one last night because I like had a hair at my ass and I wanted to try something.
Don't tell us what you picked, but what number were you at?
I did 6 because I think 6 is shit. Or did it? Yeah, I did 6.
Smart. Yeah, I also don't like 6. That's a good call. Then, to be fair, I did 7 last night because I don't like 7 either.
Yeah.
Actually, loved my pick.
Who'd you end up getting, if you don't mind?
I'm gonna guess yours first, and then
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I went. So you were 6. I'm assuming you took. Fuck. So I'm assuming a running back dropped to you, and you
Yeah.
took Le'Veon Bell.
So I would have. So I would have taken Le'Veon Bell, but I wanted to try. I took 6 because I was like, oh, I'm guaranteed to get a wide receiver in the first round. I want to see what the team looks like after that, right? And so I wanted to see what it looked like, but Sleeper just like, the people before me took wide receivers. So I just like, I sacked it and I took Julio on like the 6th
Ooh,
pick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Be over.
Over Lev and like running backs and stuff. Just because that's why I took 6 is because I wanted to start with a wide receiver, but I wanted to start with one of the 2 that got taken, right?
That's right. You're not
so
wrong.
and that's kind of the annoying thing about.
Sorry to interrupt. Was Michael Thomas already taken?
He was not actually, no.
So you have Julio above Michael Thomas.
I guess I do, huh? I guess that's what that means.
Yeah.
I honestly, I just did it off of ADP. I don't know who I would pick between the 2 of them, to be honest. I haven't thought about that
It's
yet.
hard.
That's why I should mock draft more, because I haven't thought about that.
It's also like a toss-up, as you know. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck really knows if Julio or Michael Thomas?
Yeah,
is
they could
better?
both have great years.
They're both unreal. They're both top 5 wide receivers.
And
in
they
the
were
NFL.
both like slightly disappointing in like different facets last year.
Yeah. So I was 7.
By the way, I'm really proud of myself because I wanted to say faucets instead of
Nice.
facets, and I
Nice.
didn't fuck it up.
Are they? To be fair, I thought those were the same words. It's like when you print. No.
I thought I was putting shit on myself, and then you came in.
Like that's like one of those words where it's like I can't think of one right now, but where like 2 words or 2. Never mind. I'm gonna go. I picked Le'Veon Bell at 7. He dropped to me.
I would do that too.
Yeah.
Like if he dropped me at 7, I'd be very happy about that.
And here's where I'm bad at fantasy. I'm what you would call a like a homer, I guess. It's not the right phrase.
We know that that's what that means.
Yeah, but I mean like Le'Veon Bell in the year we don't talk about won me a championship, and I trust him to the death of me. So he was there at 7. I was like, yes, Le'Veon Bell, we're gonna do it again, baby. Run it fucking back, boys. And that's what Le'Veon Bell and I did.
I wish you had trusted him last year.
Yeah, fuck
Instead
you.
of me.
You drafted before me.
Yeah, that's true. I would have given you the chance if I had known.
So that was that talk. Let's jump in real quick. So we have our schedules made for the upcoming season. I used an app that did it all. Don't love it, don't hate it.
How do you feel about your schedule?
So my schedule is interesting. I play Paul, Parker, Daniel, and Gabe twice.
Can you send me the schedule real quick?
It's in
Yeah, I know it's in Slack somewhere, but it's way the fuck up.
yes.
It's copy
I
paste.
send it to your fucking email, Parker.
You did. I get a lot of emails, dude. You know, recruiters and lots of spam
Yeah,
mail.
just look in your email because I have to resend it.
Yeah, no worries. So keep talking about yours. I'll
So
find
mine,
it.
I played Paul, Parker, Daniel, Gabe twice. I got Mike in the middle. I end with Dustin and Brad. So it's like, all right, Paul, all of our like animosity towards each other via fantasy. I don't want you to think we hate each other in real life. We're just like, it's like
You're fantasy bros.
Yeah, we're fantasy athletes. We're like, they're like on the field, it's fucking different. Like the way you treat each other, but off the field, it's like we Gucci, brah. So yeah, Paul's hard. Parker, you're average. Daniel and Gabe don't give 2 fucks about. Like I might as well. All right, I got 4 wins. I'm good. So I got 4 wins. Now I just got to pull one off with Mike, and then I end Miller, Charlie, Dustin, Brad. So I'm for sure beating Miller and Brad. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that won't be a problem. Hey,
What's up?
so say I just made me think of something. I have a $250 bet with Miller. Say I'm like guaranteed to make the playoffs, and I need Dustin to be top 5 to win that bet. I play him week 12. Can I throw that week?
You're not allowed to throw. That's just like basic rules. Put that in the Constitution right
It
now.
is.
Actually.
It is already.
Good.
But
Yeah.
how will people know?
Well, honestly, nobody would, but we know that you're a better
Don't
Spartan.
worry, boys. I will never fucking throw a game because I'm going undefeated this year. Your boy, write it down right now, all the way. The ship, Daddy Dex.
Yeah, I don't think anyone in this league would do something. I feel like, honestly, I'm the most likely to do that, and I wouldn't fucking do it.
Really? I
Yeah.
think you are not. I think it'd be Daniel or Gabe. Those snaky motherfuckers.
Fucking
That's why
snakes.
they live together.
That's right. Fucking snakes.
Nasty.
I like my schedule. I start off with Daniel, number 1. Daniel, Dex, Gabe is my first 3, and then I play Dustin, Paul. Honestly, I like my schedule. I got Paul twice. I got Charlie once. I got,
You end with Miller.
I got Paul twice, actually. Yeah, I said Paul twice.
Yeah.
I ended with Miller. I got Charlie once, Mike once, Brad once. But overall, it's mostly Daniel, Dex, Gabe. Not a bad schedule this year for me.
Yeah. So and then we can talk about. We don't need to talk about anyone else's schedule. They don't.
Well,
matter.
last year you did strength of schedule rankings, right?
No, the year. Oh, I did.
You did, yeah.
Well,
you
I'm
should do that
waiting-
again.
So the problem is like, what do I base it off? So Mike, I asked Mike, which he brought up a good point because Mike's Mike. I was like, "What do you think about your schedule?" He's like, "What do you mean? What do I think about my schedule? I don't know what everyone's team's like. I can't tell you what I think about my schedule." And I was like, "God damn, Mike, that was the most Mike answer I've
It's
ever
the
heard."
most Mike thing I've ever
Jesus
heard.
Christ, he is like so like I can't.
He's got a harder schedule.
I need the fucking facts.
He's got a harder schedule. Dustin, Charlie, Paul. Yeah.
If you could trade with one person, whose schedule would you want?
Mike's actually doesn't look that bad, come to think of it. It's hard to say. Whoever has a combination of Brad, Gabe, Miller, and I'll say Mike. The
Charlie.
most.
Charlie has the best schedule. He goes Gabe, Mike, Dustin, Brad, Miller, Daniel, Brad, Miller, Dustin, Mike, Dex, Parker, Paul.
It's a pretty easy schedule.
Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I can already tell you, Gabe, you out of the playoffs. Don't worry about it. Might as well go home now. Fucking Miller, don't worry. Brad, you got a fighting chance. I'll give that to you. Paul, don't even draft. Don't even show up. Unplug your game. F's in the chat. We're good. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I got no more deep analysis on the schedules. We'll see what everyone's teams look like.
Yeah, we'll talk about it once we know who drafts who.
Yeah. I think that's all of our content for this episode.
That is all of our content.
Thank you for sending in your mailbag questions. Please send more at the #FantasyFluffers mailbag Slack channel.
It was fun. It was good. Yeah, keep it up. It helps us. Feel free also to email us any questions.
No one's going to do that.
Yes, do it, please. I'll email us. And then don't forget, like and subscribe. 5 stars. Leave a rating.
Subscribe to our Patreon.
And we may see you next week.
Yeah, they will.
We'll see you next week. And right before the draft.
Yeah, we'll just be talking about probably draft stuff. I
Yeah,
imagine.
we'll probably keep it a quick one. This will be Dex and Parker. How fucking smart are we? We'll just give you advice on what to draft, who not to draft.
Yep.
Because that's what we fucking do.
Yep,
We're here for
you.
you. Nice. I like that.
Fuck.
As you know, we're the Fantasy Fluffers. We get those little fantasy dicks nice and hard. We know how hard it is in the off season. We want your mind set and right. It's going to be a good year, boys. It's going to be a fucking good year.
That's right. And last but not least, fuck Daniel.
Yeah, fuck Daniel.
I like to make money, get turned. I like to make money, get.
You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to not talk.
Probably very.
Yeah,
Like, incredibly hard. I was sitting there, I was like, do I raise my hand? No, the moment has passed.
You're like our little gimp in the cage. Like, don't say any words, monkey.